Hey guys, so I want to talk about anxiety during the holidays. Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment as well. I want to know, do you suffer from added stress and anxiety, panic attacks, depression during the holidays more so than other times of the year? You're not alone. You're not alone. Many people deal with this, even those that don't have anxiety disorders have higher levels of stress during the holidays. I'm guilty of that still at times. There's a lot going on, and I think that's one of the reasons. I'm going to give you a couple reasons why I think our stress levels do tend to go up during the holidays, and some things that you could probably implement to help out at least a little bit. So, guys, the holiday season, we got 5 holidays, at least here in America. We got Thanksgiving next week. Then we have Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So a lot going on, a lot of festivities, and with that can bring some added stress. So the first reason I believe that we get more stressed out are people. And this is more so for anxiety disorders, but this can apply for those that just have general anxiety. But people, whether that be friends, family, or crowds, we're going to parties more often in a holiday season. There's more concerts and festivals. There's extended family coming over. You're going to family members' houses. There's a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of conversation. You're probably going to be around some people that you really don't like being around. You're going to get asked questions you really don't want to get asked questions over. And that was something that I dealt with. So I had a couple fears. One fear was having panic attacks in front of large crowds. And the more I would try to fight that feeling, it seemed like the more likely I was to have one, kind of like intrusive thoughts. You just kind of have to let that feeling go and let it flow, and don't fight back those feelings, because if you do, you're going to manifest it even more, and that sucks. The next one was I had a fear of dropping dead in front of everybody. I was scared I was going to have a heart attack in front of 200 or 300 people and traumatize everybody, traumatize children, traumatize myself as I'm passing over to the other side. And I just didn't want to die in a humiliating or embarrassing way. And I had health anxiety, so I always thought there was something wrong with my heart. The next thing, guys, is whenever we would have family members come over, I developed social anxiety from brain fog, so it was hard for me to communicate. I was stuttering all the time. It was hard for me to finish sentences or phrases. I wasn't very good with I had like short-term memory loss, it seemed. I forgot names of people. Names of famous people, directions. I was just a mess. It made me not want to communicate much at all. But also, I would get asked questions about things, and I know some of you could probably relate to this, especially if you're going to the thick of your anxiety. I was job hopping at the time. I couldn't hold down a good job. I was just too stressed. I didn't like to drive. So financially, I wasn't good at all. I believe I was living with my parents still in my early 20s. And I also dropped out of school. And this is ironic because I used to be an honors student in high school, and I had a lot of high hopes. A lot of people thought I was going to succeed. And then I ran into anxiety for 5 years, and it was a big setback for me. But I'm improving now, and things are heading in the right direction for me, thank goodness. But it was embarrassing to let my family members and friends know this, especially when I hadn't seen them for so long. How's school going? Oh, I kind of dropped out. How's that job going? That great manager job you had? Oh, I kind of quit. It wasn't for me. And then I wanted to ask for support. I wanted to ask for help, but I was in fear that I would be judged for it. Oh, you quit that because of anxiety? Oh, grow up. Get over it. That's just life. Life is stressful. So I was afraid to do that. And my suggestion to you for all of this, guys, is the very first thing, is you need to find 1 or 2 people in your family, if you can, or friends, that you can at least talk to, or at least they'll let you vent to them. That can help out a lot, just being able to vent. Even if they don't have a lot of positive feedback, if they're just there for you, that'll help out tremendously. Develop a trust with somebody. The next thing, be thankful for family. Be thankful for that. There's people out there that don't have parents. There's people out there that don't have brothers or sisters, that they've either died or they've lost them. And then there's people out there, and this is even more sad, that have a lot of family, but they don't want to have anything to do with them, or they're all spread out and they don't like to visit or any of that. So be thankful for the people that you have. I know it can be stressful. There might be that family member you don't like so much. Try to mend things. Forget. Just forget about it and forgive, okay? That's my best advice on that. Be thankful for the people around you, because you never know when they're not going to be here. And holidays is a great time or excuse to get together. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that. The next thing is a complicated one. It's food and like weight gain. Many of us are stressed out, so we eat more. And this is a perfect time to do it because there's food everywhere, right? All these holidays, there's feasts, and it's not the right types of food either. A lot of carbs, a lot of desserts, and a lot of meat. It's not a huge plant-based vegetarian type thing whenever holidays come around. So we eat a lot of the bad stuff, and that can make our anxiety go up. Digestive issues, heartburn. A lot of anxiety symptoms come from the foods that we eat. So make sure that you're trying to cut down on some of that on, the big feasting days. Make sure that you're trying to use things like smaller plates. Don't get a huge plate full of food. Get a smaller plate or bring one with you to one of these deals. I mean, it might be kind of weird, but you're going to eat smaller portions. Stick to that. That'll help out. You won't feel as miserable. You won't feel as bloated. You'll be able to have a good time. You won't let anxiety creep up on you during these events or times that you're visiting with family. Another thing that's going on, guys, is that we're stressed about gaining weight. We're nervous that we're going to put on 10 or 15 pounds, and that can be something else that plagues many of you. And I suggest just do your best to control your portions and just exercise, even if you're not eating the best. Make sure that you're exercising all the time. Not only is that going to help you with your anxiety, but it's going to keep you from gaining all this weight during the holidays. And then you got to spend, your New Year's resolution every year usually starts off with trying to lose some weight and knock off 10 or 15 pounds, and then you find yourself just in this vicious cycle. So try to implement some of that so you can save yourself some hassle. The next thing, guys, is finances. Right? During the holidays, not only are we buying all this food, we're buying gifts as well. We're buying decorations, Christmas cards, all this stuff. It adds up. Many of us, and I've been guilty of this in the past, I'm not really like that anymore, thank goodness. I would, Christmas shop the night before Christmas Eve. I'd find myself in a shopping center with all these people around. My stress was going up. Had to hurry up and rush home and wrap everything. And it was often because I didn't have that much money back in the day, especially during my anxiety days. So I had to scrape it all up at the last minute and go. Make sure that you're saving throughout the year. Start in January and put aside a Christmas fund. That way that you can save up so when the holidays come around, you already have that money set. The next thing, guys, is you need to shop earlier. I'm sure many of you are going to avoid Black Friday anyways if you have bad anxiety or panic disorder. Or social anxiety. That's just not fun at all. I didn't even like to do Black Friday before I had anxiety. So many of you are going to avoid that anyways. I suggest going early November. And in fact, this is something that I wish I did or me and my wife did. I mean, we're good at buying gifts early, but I wish that I could start buying gifts throughout the year. If I could start doing that, I would save myself a lot of hassle. So make sure that you're spreading that out over the year so you don't have to buy them all at once. So guys, I hope that helped you out a little bit. The holidays can be stressful, but the best thing that I can tell you to take away from this is to be thankful for everything that you have. Your family, your friends, hug them. You never know when it's going to be the last time you get to see them. And I don't say that to be discouraging. I said that to be encouraging. Okay, so make sure that you're loving on them, just being kind to each other. Be thankful for the food that you're getting to eat. There's people out there that don't get to eat for days. And there's people out there that don't have clean water. And there's something else I want to take away from this as well. The holidays has a lot of parties going on. There's going to be a lot of increased alcohol use, especially if you have stress and anxiety. A lot of people self-medicate with alcohol or drugs. Make sure that you are not doing that. You will get caught up in a vicious cycle. I don't want any of you guys to get strongly addicted to alcohol or anything like that during the holidays. Just try to stay away from that as best as you can. I know it's going to be all around and the temptation is going to be everywhere. If you got to stay home, do it. Don't get caught up in that cycle. You don't want to do that. But guys, I hope you got some value out of this. All right. I hope that you all have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll probably make a couple more videos about the holidays coming up, just to put everybody in the mood. But I hope you got something out of this. Remember to leave me a comment if this is something that you deal with. And I have a ton of resources down below, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram, Patreon if you want to support the channel in any type of way. There's rewards in that. The Facebook group is growing like crazy. Thank you guys for joining. There's a lot of like-minded people with various anxiety disorders, so be a part of that. Let's see, what else do I have down there? My email is down there. There's just a lot of great stuff, so make sure that you're taking advantage of that. I love you all, and I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments, the subscribers. Guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. This channel is growing so freaking fast right now. And we're about to hit 19,000 subscribers, and then that means 20,000 subscribers is coming right around the corner, and we'll easily top that probably in mid-December. So I'm excited about that. I'll probably do some crazy special, but we'll just have to see about that. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day and happy holidays.